Anexinet is a CRN Triple Crown winner. They're one of HPE's top 20 platinum partners in the U.S., and they've been selected as one of the best places to work for the last 7 years by the Philadelphia Business Journal. Anexinet is empowering what's next. Hi, I'm David Davis from ActualTech Media, and we're here at Anexinet's headquarters, and I'm joined by Mr. Ned Bellavance. He's the Director of Cloud Solutions. How you doing, Ned?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. So we've been talking about all types of enterprise technology. I want to talk now about disaster recovery as a service. Can you tell the audience out there what is disaster recovery as a service and how does it help?
Right, so when it comes to traditional DR, you're probably either renting a facility or you have a rack of equipment in a colo to do your DR, and you're paying for tapes and you're paying for your software a big upfront CapEx cost. DR as a service sort of gets rid of that, and the idea is instead I'm just paying for it in more of a operational expense, and usually leveraging something like the public cloud. And the reasons for that are, there's a few. The first is public cloud storage costs have just fallen off a cliff.
Okay.
So now you have storage options in AWS like Glacier, which is very inexpensive storage. It's not very fast, and it's not supposed to be. And in a similar vein, you have blob storage in Azure in the cool tier. So both of them are low-cost storage that you could store your DR and backups on, recover from, but you're not paying a ton for them. The other great thing about the public cloud is the amount of capacity that it has that you can spin up on demand. So generally with DR, you don't need that hardware 99% of the time. So why are you paying for it 99% of the time? Now with the cloud, you're not paying for it. You're only paying for it when you're either doing a DR test or, God forbid, an actual DR implementation because something's gone horribly wrong.
Right. So public cloud makes storing my data offsite far cheaper, and it makes bringing up compute far less expensive and far faster than a traditional disaster recovery plan or service would. But most people don't want to just try to do it themselves, right? Move their data to the cloud and stuff. So what sort of products have you seen out there or solutions that can help people really leverage what the public cloud brings and make DR easier and faster?
Sure. One product we've had great success with is Azure Site Recovery from Microsoft. And that is a as-a-service feature within Azure that allows you to create a vault in Azure that you replicate your on-premise data to. Or it can actually do site-to-site replication if you have two active sites that you want to do replication for. But the one that we've used the most often is just replicating directly to Azure. We've done a number of POCs for companies, and several of them have gone whole hog on this solution and actually canceled their existing DR contract, which they were very happy to do.
Yeah.
And now they have that agility of Azure Site Recovery. They're able to do their DR tests whenever they want. They don't have to schedule in advance. And the tests take a lot less time, which means that their admins are freed up to do other more interesting and more important work.
Right, yeah, I mean, nobody wants to spend their time testing disaster recovery, but it has to be done.
Right.
So this makes it, disaster recovery as a service makes it far easier, faster, and hopefully more reliable if you ever actually have a disaster. What about cost? Does it help companies reduce their costs on disaster recovery?
Yeah, it absolutely does. And part of that is, again, you don't have to pay for that DR facility. You're not paying to ship tapes somewhere and have those tapes stored indefinitely. It doesn't entirely take the place of backup, so backup is a separate conversation that I like to have with clients, but it can augment your backup solution. And the last thing that I'll say is Azure Site Recovery is free for the first 30 days. So if you're interested in doing a POC, the only cost is the compute and storage you take up while running your test and moving your data. If you decide at the end of 30 days that Azure Site Recovery is not right for you, you just stop replicating and remove it from the vault, and Microsoft doesn't charge you anything for it.
To learn more about implementing disaster recovery as a service, visit anexinet.com.